transfer your call.
Hi. I'm just calling to see if I was able to see a psychiatrist.
Well, if you come in to emerge, we have a brief assessment unit yet.
Okay. But is that just for emergency, or what does that
Well, do
mean?
you have have you got something that's urgent right now? Or are
Uh,
you just looking for in the future to...
it's not an emergency, but just I would like to see a psychiatrist whenever I'm able to, if possible.
Okay, well, again, if it's an emergency, you would come in to emerge. Otherwise, you would call back Monday.
All right. Thank you.
You can press 1 if this is an urgent situation requiring immediate assistance.
Okay, because I went through my doctor, and he would say that that it would be about a year I would have to wait, and so I didn't know if maybe I was able to see.
The wait is a little bit long with the system to meet with psychiatrists.
The way I came across the psychiatrist shortage was from my family doctor, who I was going to try to see about getting in to see a psychiatrist, as I was going through some things last year.
So some of the articles that I've read have talked about access for Ontarians to psychiatrists, which is difficult.
What sets psychiatrists apart from other mental health professionals is they are trained to offer prescription therapy in addition to talk therapy. So the baseline is that some mental illnesses require medication to treat, so they need access to a psychiatrist.
So some psychiatrists will see patients regularly, and there's not really sort of a defined limit of how many times they'll see a patient. So that means that the wait list to see them is longer, right?
So the long wait times, what they can do to someone is they can make whatever they're going through seem a lot worse, to a point where their urgency to see a psychiatrist gets worse day by day. By the time they get to a psychiatrist, they might need severe help, or if it has already gone out of hand, they might just be another statistic. When I was first told about how long it would take, I was in a spot that I wasn't able to really wait, and as time went on, it felt more or less that I was being put on the back burner, and it's not until I got to the boiling point that they suddenly took me seriously. And I was lucky enough, to, still see the next day.
If someone is going through their family doctor, sometimes it can take a couple of months to get a first assessment. So sometimes people go through a hospital and through the emergency department, and they'll get access more quickly.
The professionals that I was connected to, I don't think I would have been able to be connected to them if it wasn't for the gravity of my situation. After being in the state I was in, I was put in touch with a social worker and a counselor who taught me some coping mechanisms, like writing and painting, to help release some pent-up emotions and negative feelings. These strategies have helped me cope, but unfortunately what I really need is to see a psychiatrist.
So I think a part of it is probably more psychiatrists, but also really clearly defining what's the role of a psychiatrist, what's the role of a psychologist, a doctor, social worker, a counselor, so that it's more centralized and we're really working together. I think that could make a big difference, and people could have more ease to access.
This issue affects everyone, because just the thought of someone actually doing something as drastic as committing suicide, that will not only rock the close family members, the friends, but it'll rock the community as well. what the medical professionals, what the public, what the country needs to know is that every mind is worth watching.